All right, next up, install and use Google Search Console. So Google Analytics and Google Search Console are two totally different things. They sound very similar, and there's even a little bit of crossover. Features that started in Google Search Console have been sort of integrated or have made their way into Google Analytics. But really, this is going to change over time because these tools are always changing. But the way I'm explaining it to people right now is Google Analytics is a tool for knowing what's going on your website. Google Search Console is a tool for knowing what's going on for your website in the Google search index. And it can be tricky. It's got some good little features. It's a newer tool. It's not something that everyone is as aware of as Google Analytics, but it's really good for asking questions like, is our website indexed by Google? Typically, the way most lay people, non-SEO professionals, or just clients of ours would know that is if they just go do a search for where they think they should appear and see if they show up. Well, that might tell you yes or no, but it doesn't tell you the why. Google Search Console can give you a little bit more of the why. And it's got something really cool. You can actually put in a single URL for a page and make sure that that page is being indexed. So there's some tools that are there. I think, Chris, that Google Search Console is going to expand in the future. That's my theory. I think it's going to become as robust of a set of tools and capabilities as Google Analytics. I think it's just a little bit behind GA in its evolution, but I think it's going to be really valuable. We had something happen this week. We have a client, and they have a new website, and it has tens of thousands of pages, and they had some pages that were just clearly not being indexed. And we couldn't find anything in their robots.txt file. We couldn't find anything in the header of the page that was making it, that was saying don't index me. We were clearly able to confirm that it was not indexed. And then went to Google Search Console, and we were able to just get one of the sample pages, one of the URLs, and put it in and inspect it. And it said, hey, this page is telling us not to index the page in the header of the page. It's giving us a do not index meta tag. And what we found was, since mobile first indexing happened, that Google was using a mobile version of the website. We were going to the desktop version on our computers because that's where we were working. We're not doing SEO work on our phones. We're using computers. But we were looking at the source code and saying, yeah, there's nothing wrong here. Well, we were kind of tricking ourselves because we were being served a version of the website for desktop. We really would have had to look at the source code for mobile. So we got that little error message in Search Console, and we're able to go and set the client on the right course for inspecting their code that's generating the mobile version. Basically, when they were developing the site, they probably had a switch flip that said, do not index these pages, and then they flipped it live for desktop, but not for mobile. And so now they'll be able to go and probably troubleshoot that, and hopefully that fixes the problem. But we were able to use Search Console to go in and just see exactly what wasn't being indexed.